Hey guys.
Mallory.
Sylvia.
And we're going to do another another K story time.
Yes.
Today we're going to tell the story of the 17 concerts over Christmas.
Yay!
So there aren't many fan accounts or pictures or audio or anything because Cletus, their company, was like extremely tight about it.
Mm-hmm.
They were like kicking girls out if they saw people taking pictures or anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think like on Twitter we were looking at some of the international fans, and they said there's like something about Playtest like blocking their streams or something like that.
Which is really sad because they have so many international fans and like I think it was counterproductive. Yeah. But let's not blast their company.
That's not what this is like about. I mean, I understand in a way, like what, like obviously, but I mean, I don't know. Yeah. So
this is our account. This is our fan account for international fans who didn't get to hear about the concerts. Yeah. So there were 4 concerts, right?
4.
One for each of the units, and then a total one.
Yeah.
All of them.
So like before this all happened, like we did not expect there to be a 17 concert already so soon after their debut. Like it happened out of nowhere, really.
I was at work. We were working together at that time.
Oh my god, yeah, we were. I just remembered. She was visiting my campus at the time.
Long story.
Yeah, long story. But.
And I was on break, and I was looking 17 stuff.
Yeah.
Per usual. And, like, I saw 17's going to hold their first domestic concert. I was like, oh, what? And I was at break, so there were only a couple other people in her office. And I'm sitting there, like, crying because she's teaching class. And, like, so she comes in after her class, and I'm like, Sylvia. And I'm like, because I had sent it to you on Facebook. I'd, like, sent you the link, I think. Yeah. And, like, you saw it and whatever. And we're like, but we both had to go to class.
Like, the thing was, I couldn't really freak out because, like, my director was a little... Anyways, that'll be another real life... that would be, like, our time, like, real-time story time. But
actual stories.
Actual
stories now.
But, like, I couldn't really freak out at the time because I was like, oh, my God. And I had to teach class. And then after, I, like, cried.
I cried.
I cried. I was like, oh, my God. Oh, my God.
When so the other day, they won Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
I was sobbing, actually sobbing, like tears running down my face. Like,
the Seoul Music Awards just passed, and she finished early, so she watched it from the beginning. But I came like later, so like when I get out of work, I see like 100 messages, and I'm like, what the heck is going on? All I see is Mallory being like, I'm not okay, cry, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what happened?
Keyboard pounding.
Yeah, like, I have no idea what happened. And all I see is, like, Mallory's just like, they won. They won Rookie. And I was like, wait a second.
Because they deserve it. They worked so hard. Okay, wait. Okay, we're getting distracted again.
But, like, it was amazing. Yeah, so, oh, God. Like...
And today is Boob's birthday.
Yeah, today. Yes, happy birthday. Happy Boo Day.
Oh, yes. By the way, if you hear us talking about Boob, we're not actually... we watched the 17 project late one night, and when they introduced themselves, he says, you know, I say, oh, Boob's inclined me that. And we both thought he said boob at the same time. Yeah. So we looked at each other, we had to pause it, and we were watching it on the floor. Yeah. And we literally rolled on the floor laughing.
Because we thought his name was Boob. Like, I thought his name was Boob. I was like, but turns out it was something else, and it was just, anyways.
Anyway, so we call him Boob.
So we call him Boob because we thought his name was...
Affectionately.
Boob. I mean, his name is Boo, and we just added a B. And we saw a banner that was like boobery. Like, it literally says, you like, but it literally says boobery on it. I'm not lying. Look it up. There's a banner in Korean, in Hangul, and literally in English, it sounds like boobery. So we say it affectionately because we love. I think Boob. I've told you.
Secret bias.
Secret favorite member. Honestly, secret favorite.
You say he's not your bias. Really, he is.
Really, he is. He's too adorable. Like, anyways. Okay, we're literally getting too sidetracked. Anyways, we found out the concerts are happening, and there's 4.
And there are 4 of them. And we obviously wanted to go to all of them, because at the time, my favorite one was Joshua.
At the time, so did it officially change? Not yet. Wait. She hasn't told me it officially changed. Okay, something else about 17. My biases have only changed once. This is like one time. It started off with a member and it changed one time. But hers have changed, I think, 5 times.
There's like 3 of them and they're like fluid. They like change like depending on like who I'm looking at that moment. Anyway, so I love Joshua. So I wanted to go to the vocal concert. I still do love Joshua.
I'm sorry. Okay. I didn't know that. Well, I kind of figured, but I didn't know he actually.
No, it hasn't changed. It hasn't changed.
Really, it has in your mind. I understand. He was my favorite at first too. Okay. Anyways. Okay. Wait. What were we talking about?
I love Joshua, so I really wanted to go to the vocal concert, but that was on.
At the time, she loved Joshua.
No, I still do. Did you see the video I showed you? He was singing on the guitar.
At the time, she really loved Joshua, but
so I wanted to go to the vocal concert, but that was a Friday night, so we could not go to that one.
Yeah.
The other 2 were on Saturday and Sunday.
No, they were Thursday. No.
Thursday, that's right. Thursday, because Friday was...
Okay, so it happened from 24th to 26th. So, Christmas. Essentially, really Christmas. Like, actual Christmas. Not like during Christmas time.
Actually Christmas.
So, yeah. 24th.
Happy birthday, Jesus.
We are celebrating it in style. 17 style. Okay. Anyways. Yeah, so 24th was a Thursday. We could not go because we worked. So, unfortunately. And then 2 of them were on the 25th. And then 1 was on the 26th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we really wanted to go at least to the 3 that we could go to. We weren't working. But,
yeah.
It's really hard to get tickets.
Yeah. Okay. So, again, when you first... Like, obviously, ticketing is hard anywhere, right?
Anywhere.
Like, I mean, I told this already to Mallory, but I one time bought my friend Justin Bieber, tickets because she loved them at the time. Or loved him. And, like, it was, like, a hard process to do it. Like, I had to have multiple windows. It was, like, insane.
Because they're so popular.
But I managed to get them, blah, blah, blah. But here... It's wild.
It's another level.
It's another level of wild. Like, these girls they mastered the click.
They know how to do it. There's games where you can make your clicking faster.
Yeah.
I should play these games.
I know. I actually tried to do it on my laptop, but with your thing.
Oh no, you need a mouse.
Yeah, you need a mouse, and when you do this, you definitely need a mouse. Like, it's not. Anyways. So it was.
So we didn't get actual tickets to the website.
Well, also because they went on sale while we were working.
Yeah.
So we couldn't anyways.
So we bought them from somebody else.
Yeah, we got them from somebody else, and
we couldn't afford to go to all of them.
Well, the thing is that this concert was only for 800 people. Each one was 800. So it was a tiny little venue. It wasn't big.
It was a little concert hall for art students. It wasn't even real.
Yeah, it was a tiny thing. So it was hella expensive to get tickets.
Not as expensive as Gaio's.
No, not expensive. Yeah, not as expensive. But it could have been if we
It could have been
if we let ourselves. But
we restrained.
Anyways, and because we had Gaio's at the same time again.
We had Gaio's literally 2 days after.
Yeah, Gaio's were literally 2 days after our concert. So you know already how much we spent on Gaio's. We were poor.
Yes.
I mean, anyways.
So we got to the hip-hop concert.
Yes.
That's what we got into.
Yes. So, there were different ones. There were, 24th was vocal day. So they had a special performance, okay? So, before, we didn't know that they were all going, right? We didn't know.
We had no idea. Nobody knew. We didn't know if they were all going to be there or if it was just that unit. So, we were like, oh, my God. And at the time was my favorite still, Mingyu. At the time.
Has
it changed?
Except mine has only changed once. Again, she has had 5 different ones.
That's not even true!
Yeah. Do you want me to tell you how she started? First was DK. Okay? When she first started, it was DK. Then it was June.
I have a weakness for I Smile.
Then it was June.
He's so beautiful.
And then it turned to Joshua.
Joshua still is.
And now... No, it's not. Joshua still is. Now it's Mingyu. No, it's not! Yeah, it is. Mine started off with Mingyu because he's beautiful. Man, maybe we should insert 17 pictures. Maybe we'll insert a picture of Mingyu. He's beautiful. He does not look like his age.
I don't want to talk about it.
And then mine's now S Scoops because he was Edward as Halloween and I had a big Twilight face. So it was done. It was a done deal. And he's the oldest, so I feel like less. Well, still.
Joshua's my favorite.
Yeah, okay. Her list is fluid.
So, where were we?
We were. Oh, at the time, my favorite was, I think, Mingyu still.
Yes, it was Mingyu. It was Mingyu.
I think it was Mingyu.
But you also loved S Coops. You were in that
transition I was in that really big transition, but I was like, oh no.
He's coming.
He's coming, and he's coming strong.
Yeah,
like, it's done.
Bias. I see the wrecking ball coming.
Yeah. What she's going through right now all the time.
No.
And I was like, okay, like at least I'll get to see Mingyu, blah blah blah. And obviously, any other concert I would have been happy too because I love them all, right?
For sure.
So we could only get tickets for the hip hop one.
And there were 2 floors, okay?
Yeah.
But the second floor had like 3 rows on it.
Yeah.
So it was a really, really, really small venue.
Yeah.
So even though we were on the second floor, we were like really close.
Yeah, it was still pretty. You could see everything. It wasn't like you were Olympic Park third.
No.
Like you weren't there, done that. Like that's like.
No, this was very, very close.
Yeah.
First, let's talk about the fans, though.
Okay.
We were so impressed by the 17 fans. We've seen a lot of different fandoms going to festivals and concerts. Each fandom kind of have its own personality.
Yeah.
And some
you can always. It's obviously it actually does go with the stereotype.
It really does.
It actually really does a lot. I mean, not all the time, obviously, but like in majority, you can kind of
Like XOLs have a stereotype for being a little bit
vicious.
And not all of them.
Not all of them, obviously. I mean, I think I'm pretty safe.
Yeah, I'm pretty safe.
Sometimes.
But you experience firsthand, that's anher story.
That's another story, but I've experienced firsthand how vicious they can actually be. Xiaoels are really sweet and they're calm, but obviously they can still be vicious and XOL can still be nice. So, I mean, but majority, like Xiaoels are really nice and they're really centered and they're like really calm about situations. Infinite fans are
I think Infinite fans
surprise me.
I thought another
story.
So we were concerned about 17 fans because they're younger. The group is younger.
The fans are
younger, so we were wondering, are they going to be kind of immature? But immature, I mean like fighting with other fandoms, fighting within themselves, scratching each other for the free stuff. Like we've seen, like it's wild out there. So we were a little bit worried about the maturity, like. Also, there's different reactions towards foreign fans.
Yeah, all of them have different reactions. Some are really welcoming. Some are like, we're not going to help you. Or like, it really depends. And it's not all of them. This is just generally what we experienced. But, so we didn't know, really.
So we got there early to get the different photo cards and stuff.
No, the light stick. The light stick. Yes, we came early to get the light stick. I think we mentioned it already. We showed the light stick, but we went there early to get it because we knew that it was going to sell out, and we had seen that it had sold out in previous concerts. So we went there early to get the light stick. And
the 17 fans were so nice. I was so impressed.
They were
I sound like a mother. I was so impressed by their behavior.
Yeah.
But they were younger, probably about, 17, 16, 17, high school was probably their
it was an average age. It was a median. It was 17.
We were definitely
not
oldest.
Definitely, yes, we were definitely one of the oldest.
But they were so nice and mature and like friendly. We were sitting after we got our light stick. We were sitting around. The concert didn't start for another 8 hours. So we're sitting there, and this girl came up to us, and she had a giant white empty poster. It just said 417 on it. And she was Korean, and she
literally came up to us first. It was empty. And she literally came up to us first before she even went outside, and she's just like, what did she say?
She's like, can you sign
Yeah.
Poster, And we understood, obviously. She spoke probably better English than we speak Korean. But she wasn't like this, fluent girl, but she came up to us and asked us to write a little notes. And usually when we go to these things, people either ignore us.
Yeah, they either ignore us,
or even worse, they like say bad things about us.
Yeah, they say bad things
which
about
we understand.
Yeah.
We teach, like, we know bad words and like.
Oh yeah. I mean, and sometimes they're really nice. Obviously,
Sometimes
they're really nice, and they're like it just depends on the situation, what type of fan you've met.
But we've never had someone come up to us.
Yeah.
We've always had to be like, oh, can we sign this? Oh, can I have one?
Yeah.
Oh, can I get involved in this? Whereas they came up to us. Which was really, really awesome.
Yeah.
And then there was...
but we have to tell them what message we signed. Wait. Okay, so she's just like, oh, keep it, like, shortish because, like, a whole bunch of people were going to sign it. So you tell them.
So we both grabbed markers independently and we're both writing. We're not looking at each other's. So I was like...
This is so typical.
I wrote... to 17, I was like, I'm so proud of you guys. You're going to do great things. I'll always be supporting you. Love, Harta, Sarange, Mallory, USA, right? And I was like, oh, this is cute, So I finished. I look over to what Sylvia had written.
I was like, good luck on your concerts. I love you. Fighting. Sylvia, Canada. Heart, 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 heart.
So I sound like a mother.
And
I look at it like, you will do great things. Like,
I'm proud of you. Not that like you can't say that when you're like 17, but like hers literally sounded like a mother's. I don't even know if we took pictures of that. We should have. And mine sounded like I was 14 years old. So it was
good.
It was good. It was good, and it makes my heart smile. Kind of,
yes.
Like if they read it, hopefully.
Oh, they definitely did. They're so. Ugh.
And we actually saw her the rest of the day. We saw her.
And she kept saying hi to us.
Yeah, she kept being like hi. Oh, and she gave us stuff after. She like gave us like little stickers and cards and stuff.
So one thing we'll talk about sometime is you go around these concerts and these.
Why him?
Here, no. You keep talking.
Okay, so we one thing we've mentioned before, we'll talk about getting free stuff at concerts, but, these are, like, one of the things
they give out stickers and, like, little cards, and it's just useless stuff that I will never, ever need, but I want it. Mm-hmm. And it's free, and there's, like, little things on them, and so she gave us stuff.
Yeah.
And another example is... outside, it was a really small area, so there are all these Tumblr and Twitter sites trying to advertise using these. Yeah. And it was so cramped. So usually we go up to people, and there's lines. There's these giant lines to take this stuff. Yeah. And there's no like sign being like, okay, this one's for Woozy, this one's for Boob.
There's a whole we'll actually go into detail.
Anyway, these girls came up and talked to us about it. That was the thing.
That's a big deal.
That was the other thing with 17 fans is they came up and talked to us and were like, hey, do you want to trade cards? Hey, who is your favorite? Yeah. Like usually we're the ones trying to make conversation and like Nugojayo, like we speak a little bit of Korean to understand. Yeah. But they came up to us and talked to us, and it was just really cool. Like, I love 17 fans. I really want to be, like, I'm proud to say that I am one, and I'm so happy about my ladies. And I don't know why. I don't know why they are. Maybe it's because,
Why they are what?
Why they're so, like, chill and, like...
Well, like, I think also because, they're also not from a big... huge company.
That's true.
Like, whereas SM stands tend to be like known to be more wild than a lot of others like stands. Mm-hmm. And like I think they a lot of them have been with them since their actual pre-debut. And that's like years ago, like when they were doing 17 TV and stuff like that. So I think that's also why a lot of them are like they kind of like they just want to be there for them.
That's the other thing at the concert was everyone just seemed like they were there to be there. Yeah. Nobody was there really to like... What's the word? Everyone was there to enjoy it. Everyone was there because they were so happy. Oh, yeah. So excited. Everyone there was just so happy to be there. There was no like fighting or like...
Oh, tell them you're Woozy. The Woozy thing.
Oh, yeah. So... You get in these lines for free stuff, these free stickers and crap. And usually you get up to the front, and sometimes they just give you the stuff, and you're like, oh, thanks for loving Woozy or whatever. And sometimes there's like requirements. We talked about this in our other one where you have to follow that person on Twitter and show them that you followed them. But a lot of times we don't know that. We don't know the requirements because actually a lot of people don't know the requirements, but some people do, right?
Well, if you understand Korean.
If you understand a lot of Korean,
and if you have to follow a lot of different like fan like Twitter accounts and stuff like that, and or Tumblr, and they'll post it in Korean like when they're gonna
and where
they're gonna do it
and what you need.
Yeah,
so we're learning that still.
Yeah.
So a lot of times if you don't have the requirement, they'll just be like, get out. Like they'll just be like,
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, I just waited in this line for 5 minutes. Like, okay, fine, I'll go wait in another line, whatever. But this time I get there and I get to the front of the line and they're like, oh, show. So I like tried to show Twitter, like I'll follow you on Twitter or something. And another girl was like, oh no, phone, changey. And then she showed me hers and she had Woozy as her background. I was like, oh, like you have to change the background picture to Woozy. At the time, mine was not. Whoops. Mine is not Woozy. But,
hers is something else.
But
hers is of another singer.
We'll
who is it?
Well,
who is it, Mallory?
But they like told us what to do, like why, and like usually the fan site maps are just like whatever, like get out, foreigner, get out.
Especially if they saw not even another. It wasn't even another member from 17. It was another group. Yeah. It was shiny. Like I mean, like I 100% bet you if this was like EXO or like Infinite or even like Shawel, probably they would have been like, what? Why are you showing me this other are you even a fan? Why are you here? Like, you know what I mean?
But
like,
not 17.
No, not 17. They're really
so
nice about it. She's
so
like,
cute.
oh no, like you have to change it. Oh, it's okay.
Yeah, she's like, okay. I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, I'm not a 1% Woozy stan. I'm a Joshua stan.
Yeah.
So it just kind of made sense. So we had this great time before the concert. Talked to other foreign fans, got their information, got free stuff. Everyone was so nice. Proud to be a 17 stan. We need a name. I don't want to be called a Mountie.
So yeah, at the time also there was a rumor going on, and this was made on Twitter about how I'm gonna get a fandom name on the 26th. Didn't happen.
So sensitive.
So upset. We're like, oh my god. I mean, as long as it's not Mountain or Carrot, like
anything but Mountain or Carrot.
Yeah, like
I think Carrot would be cute, but people would be like, oh, Carrot the vegetable.
Yeah,
they wouldn't realize
not like
Carrot
the
diamond.
Yeah. So, anyways, it was actually it was a good time.
It was a really good day.
We were just there and like. We just were surrounded by the fans, and they were just really cute.
So nice,
adorable.
So nice fans.
Yeah.
So we love the fans. Proud to be a 17 fan. Eventually, we'll have a fandom name, and we can be like, yeah, I'm a this instead of just 17 fan.
Yeah.
But hopefully, it's not I'm a Carrot.
I know, me too.
But so we get to the concert time. We go into the concert hall, and like I said, we were on the second floor, and we look around, and.
Well, on Twitter, there are people posting pictures of their, so when you're there, I think we have pictures of the actual, you could send in, this, gift wreath. In Korea, it's a big deal. Like, you send, a wreath. It's, a huge standing
like a Christmas wreath, but covered in ribbons.
Yes, and it's kind of like, oh, congratulations, good luck, and stuff like that on something new that you're doing. So, we saw on Twitter all these wreaths, and people were, and we took pictures of them, and then we saw, family members of 17
on Twitter.
And this is so and so's mom, this is so and so's aunt, this is so and so's cousin. They're here for this concert day. Mm-hmm. So we had seen
pictures. We've seen pictures of what June's
of June's family
looked like.
And
June at the top. June is my second favorite.
No, June is not your second favorite. June is one of your maybe. He's kind of like a Sehun to you from EXO. Like he's like, oh, I like him, but he's not my favorite. It's true.
So June, anyway, we're on the second floor, and we look over, and, there's one girl in a EXO. I was like, that woman looks so much like him. And then I was like, she has to be related to him. And, during the concert, I was watching.
Yeah, we would watch her sometimes.
I was watching 17, obviously. But then I also look over, and she always was just, like, smiling. She's Chinese, right?
Yeah.
So she didn't understand. I'm assuming she didn't probably understand everything that was going on either.
Yeah, when they were talking.
And stuff. But she was just so happy. She had this smile on her face. And, like, we looked behind us, and there were all more older people.
Yeah, so we were on the last row of the second floor. And then there was, like, these two corner, like, seating sections, like, farther than us. Like, they were in the, like, corner, and Mallory's like, well, at least we're not them. And we're, like, joking, haha, laughing. And then we realized, they were the family because they were all older, and then while the concert
they brought up the
going
median
on,
age, so
and they would stand on the seats, and they would just be like, they would just have this smile of like joy and pride, and I was like, those are the families.
Those family members. It was so cute.
Yeah, so we were surrounded by the family members of 17 during their concerts. Yeah.
That was a funny experience.
Yeah, that was so cute.
So let's talk about the concert themselves, which is why, if people ever watch this, they actually want to know. It's about the actual concert. The actual concert was amazing. It was 2.5
hours, probably.
Right? And they don't have, like, a huge discography. You know, they're not, you know, Shiny or Britney Spears. They don't have this giant discography. They just debuted. So what they did was they did Akanda and Shining Diamond, and they did all these cool they started off doing Manse.
Oh my gosh, they did. No, I was not okay. We saw the desk, and I was like, like I freaked out. I was like, oh my god, we're gonna see it live. I can't handle. That was like one of my favorite 17 performances ever.
That might be my favorite one they've ever done.
Yeah, like
so cool.
Oh my god, it's so cool. And they did it first, and I was like, if they did this first, what the heck else is gonna happen? Like, I can't.
And like Angel.
Oh yeah, so Jonghan, we call him Angel.
That's his name. I really don't remember his name.
Jonghan, we call his nickname in Korean and English. I think people call him Angel too. So it's actually this one is not as strange. I think people call him Angel.
So he was like walking around, and it was cool to see it from above to looking down. So in the Shining Diamond dance, they're actually in the shape of like a diamond, and it was just really cool. They're so coordinated. We knew all this. Amazing. Let's talk about highlights. So we were at the hip-hop concert.
Yeah.
So what they did is they had all their, group numbers together. And then, because you know how on the albums, the hip-hop group has their own songs that they wrote. So they did, like, Aya and Jams.
They did, like, a whole bunch of different...
Jam.
Also, they did covers, too.
And they did covers of other things.
Yeah.
And... then they also did new songs.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So, before, they did new songs. And
Which we didn't know that was going to happen.
I did not know. I had a hope. But they had new songs, and let's just say it's not like Akanda. I mean, Akanda is, like, cute.
I love it. Manse is cute. This was, like, okay, I remember there being, like, a couch and, like, straight jackets, right? And they're like in these things, and you're like, what is gonna happen? Like they're all writhing around, and then
not cute.
But it's the hip hop. It's the hip
hop. That's what I mean in a good way. I'm not a cutesy person. All the people that I really like, I'm not a cutesy. I'm a cutesy person. I mean, I obviously like they're fine, but I'm like, yeah, that's fine. Mm-hmm. But this was
not cute. So they come down. This is the part I remember the most. And it's this really powerful song. And I don't know if it's like a sexual song or if it's just like a sexually charged Mingyu. I'm not sure. But it was an extremely powerful song. And they come down and they're like, they rip off the straitjackets, right? And you're like, what is going on?
Yep.
We got our freaking Houdinis here, like 10 of them. And they're in like these suit jackets, regular suit jackets, right? And all the other members come out, and they're in their suit jackets, and they all have like collared shirts on, and like the ties, and they're like gray, jacket and pants.
Scoops look so good.
And they all like, as the song goes on, this very intense song. Once again, not sure what it's about, but it was very intense. Loved it, jamming to it. And like they all get in various stages of like, by the end of the song, they're like different stages of undressed.
Yep.
Like, of course, there's...
Okay, this is at the very end.
I know, I skipped
That's at the very end. What are you going to? Okay, no. Okay, so like they also had performed their songs in slow motion. So like Rock. In in slow motion, so you know it already has like the rolls and stuff. Just imagine doing all of this in slow motion. Also, I think, was it Monse they did in slow motion? Akida did in slow motion. Now, they're cute songs. In slow motion, they're not cute. They're not cute. They're like charged, and you're just like, I was not okay. During the last 10 minutes of that concert, I was not okay. I was like, what the hell is going on? What are they doing? I can't do this. I can't. It was something that I was like, this is not what I expected.
Yeah, so we'll go back to that end part later.
Yeah,
Sorry, I jumped to it.
Yeah.
Other things they did, they say, All Out for Christmas Is You, Mariah Carey.
Oh, yeah, because this is Christmas, right?
Christmas
this is Christmas Day.
Christmas Day, and it was so cute. That song will never be the same for me. It was all really good, actually. Yeah. They were cute.
Okay, wait. The reason why it's not the same, they were, during a part of the concert, as if we didn't already feel young enough loving them. I mean, old enough loving them. They were just as children.
They did a skit.
Literally skit. School children.
A skit where they were kindergartners.
Yes.
They were kindergartners.
Literally children.
They did a 20-minute skit, so they were all kindergartners dressed
Jonghan was the teacher.
Jonghan was the teacher, and he was in this little cardigan. And I related to Jonghan so much because he had his hair tied up, and he's in his little cardigan. He's sitting there, and Boob's like, pickle paw, sing me pickle paw. And he's like,
it's just stuff, as a teacher here, you just understand.
It was so funny. It was so funny. And then they were each... Jonghan was like telling them each to do their talent. So Scoops did like giant jump rope. He was doing it the whole time, and we like played with the fans, and I was like, I hate you guys. Yeah. So jealous. And then they're like, Joshua's talent is English.
English, because he's from America, right? So like,
he's like, hello, I'm Joshua.
Like, so funny. And then like they would make fun of him and stuff, but it was so cute because he was Joshua.
I know, I love him. What were the other talents?
I think, what were the other ones? Try to think.
I know. It was
obviously all I remember really is Scoops.
Yeah.
What they all had talent.
I don't
I remember DK doing like some samurai thing. You'd always come and stuff. Oh yeah, I remember the 8s was like with the jump rope, like with the
nunchucks.
The nunchucks, because he can do all that cool stuff, like the flips and stuff.
So they had this 20-minute skit. They're all dressed as kindergartners doing.
And that is when isn't that when they sang "All I Want for Christmas"? Yeah,
dressed as school children.
Yeah, and I was like, well, this is. This is why I won't forget this.
Yeah. So they went from that to doing these super sensual songs.
So this is way before they were doing their slow motion. I don't even know what to.
They like broke into this different like mode. And I'm just like, okay, now I understand like why I love you so much.
Yeah. They were just like, Anyways, so we can get to the end, I guess.
Okay, so at the end, they did the straitjacket thing. They come down, they're doing this really powerful song. And they all come out.
But this is on their encore. That's why they were dressed differently. Yeah. Okay, also, throughout the concert, if you're in the first floor, you actually, there's a reason why you should have paid and we should have paid, but we had already paid a lot of money. We literally could not. For Gaius, we
physically could not.
We couldn't, but it was because they would constantly go through the crowd and stuff. So, like, there was a point where, like, Scoops and Mingyu were in the middle, and, like, people were just grabbing him, like, this. Like, I saw girls grab him, and I was like, and it was fine. Like, whatever. Usually, if you did that at a concert, you'd be, like, straight up thrown out. But they were, like, grabbing them, and I was like, oh, shit.
And we're just, like, looking on at this, and I'm sure their parents were also looking down, like, wow.
Yeah, they were probably like, oh, honey, are you okay? And here we're like, I'm jealous.
It was awesome.
Yeah,
but that's okay.
Yeah. So then
we've had our 17 moments.
Yeah,
different moments.
Yeah,
another story.
But like, they would during the encore they walked along, like the concert, right? And they were like shaking hands with everyone and stuff. Like, and I was like watching. It's like, what is this? And that is when they were dressed differently.
And that's when they dressed differently in these suits and collars and ties. And they do this last song. I think it was called No Fun, right? There was one called No Fun. I think it was that song. And like I said, I don't know if it's sexual or if it's just sexually charged, Mingyu. But like, they're all dressed like in various stages. You could see their personalities. They're all wearing the same outfit, But like Joshua's was like his collar was like up to here and his tie was
So
perfectly
covered.
tied, and like he was just all like this and he was just singing along like dancing. And then there's Mingyu, who's literally his shirt is like ripped open, his tie is like hanging off of him, and he's just like throwing himself around like that. I'm like, okay, cool.
Scoops is like same way, like just down, like whatever. I'm gonna be like doing my thing with not really dressed, and I'm like, this is not okay.
And then the others were all like somewhere in between.
Yeah.
Like Mingyu and Joshua were like the far end.
Yeah, Mingyu and Joshua were definitely the far end.
And so that was just cute to see, and also very confusing for me. That's when my relationship really started.
I think so. I understand. Mingyu was my favorite for that reason.
I didn't even notice him in the scenes when I was.
He was beautiful. This is the first thing I noticed. I was like,
I didn't notice him at all when I watched the show. I didn't notice him. Well, there's 13 of them, and like eye smiles. I have a weakness for eye smiles, and like DK was so nice and fun, and like. You know, I had Chen, like, I have a weakness for that personality. So I literally, I know you liked him, so that's the only reason. No, the only reason I knew about him was
I was like, what are you talking about? No. Also, but this is cute for Joshua, because he was his sweater. Did we talk about that yet? That's cute.
Yeah, so, like, during the vocal concert, we saw pictures, and he was wearing this, like, sweater. Yeah. And I was like, I recognize that sweater. I know that sweater! And I went and looked it up, and it was the same one Shen had worn during Mama's, the same, like, bicycle sweater. And I'm like, I have a type. They even have the same wardrobe.
Yeah,
it was the exact same sweater.
It was the exact same sweater. I mean, maybe we should put those two pictures.
Yeah, we will. We'll
I don't know, but like, we'll see. But like, literally the exact same.
It was so funny. I was like, I have a type, which is why Joshua is my favorite.
Yeah. Okay. But yes, they were really cute. They were like saying their thanks and stuff. Like, no one cried.
No one cried,
but
it was like their third concert.
It was their third concert by that time. They were so cute.
They were so grateful. They were so nice. Their concert went from being like super cute kindergartners to like
sex beasts.
These sexual.
Actually, only the like legal ones. The rest were cute. Like Dino, no, like
he never got there.
He's still like cute. He can stay there, but the rest like Scoops and Mingyu just did it so well.
See, here's the thing, Mingyu is
18.
I thought he was 19. He's
well, Korean age.
Oh
no, yeah. Oh, he will. No, you're right. He will turn 19 this year, right? Because he's still 18.
I don't know. He is legal.
He's legal though, so I can say this. Hence, call me Nuna.
My relationship with him is complicated.
I understand.
Anyway, yeah, it was a really amazing concert. And then the other day, we saw that they're having encore concerts in February.
Yeah.
And so, we're going to both of them. We're going to find out ways to get to both of them.
Yeah, so they're going to have concerts on February 13th and 14th. Oh, Valentine's Day. So,
Christmas and Valentine's Day with 17.
It's perfect. And it's also our 1-year anniversary.
We came on February 14th.
We came on Valentine's Day. Mm-hmm. Facts about us. But yes.
Nuna facts.
Yeah, Nuna
Hashtag.
Hashtag. But yeah, so we're going to get tickets. We want to get tickets to both of them because they're doing solo stages.
Yeah.
On different days, different members are having solo stages. So that's a whole different experience. I don't even want to know. I'm not prepared. I don't know. I mean, God knows, like, Joshua is going to be with the guitar and being so cute. God. Kind of how, like, Dio was during their XOL. Well, that's another story. But, like, you know, kind of like that. Whereas I bet, like, people like Mingyu or Scoops would just be, like, Kai, like, in the concert. Just, like... Anyways. Yeah. We'll see what happens.
Anyway, so we'll talk about that, too. But that was a 17 concert. Yeah. I know that was kind of a wild, like... review of it, but that's because it was this whirlwind of emotions, and it was almost a month ago, so I'm trying to remember everything.
Yeah.
And it was just an amazing concert, and they're just full of so many amazing personalities. They're all so talented, and they have these new songs coming out, and I don't speak quite enough Korean to know the lyrics of them, but I do know that I love them, and that they're going to be awesome.
And we might see them tomorrow.
We might see them tomorrow, but we don't know.
We don't know yet. It could be a trot thing.
We're going to this expo, and we're not sure if they're going to be there.
Maybe this is a teaser to another story time. K10.
Or maybe it's nothing.
Or maybe it's nothing. And
That's
we'll
how we
probably
live.
mention it in passing. Be like, remember that one time we went to a trot thing?
Yeah.
We thought it was a 17 thing.
It was $5.
It's just $5.
This is how we live our lives. We never know what's actually
You never
going to
know.
happen.
So, anyways, also, if you guys ever have any recommendation, like any like stories or anything you want to know, we have a lot of stories from different things.
Yeah,
Keep
because
on
we
mentioning
mentioned
them.
stories in passing. But
mentioned
we have an intimate relationship with EXO, intimate relationship with Shiny, with 17, with Infinite.
Oh, with a lot of idols actually.
And when
but not intimate.
No,
Like
I just mean by like we've had like fan service and like we've
we've been to a lot of their things.
we've been a lot of their things. Like I watch them now and I'm kind of feel like, oh, remember when you did this? Remember when you did this? My babies.
I miss.
There was that one time Sehun and I had like eye sex.
No, you
There was
can't. You
that one
can't
time.
talk about those yet.
I know. See, there's all these like little things that we've had, so we're gonna talk about them at some point. We're gonna do more story times. But that was a 17 concert story time. So tune in next time. I don't know. What should we talk about next time?
I don't know. Why don't we leave
can
it
just
up?
go backwards.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll leave it up.
Well, I don't know. We have like Hallyu, we have Dream Concert, we have concerts that we went to like
Japan. I think we should talk about
Japan. Oh my God, Japan already?
That's like if we're going backwards. That's like the one we did next. We start with Giles and then we do 17
We could
concert.
do music course.
Music core. We
Music
could talk
core
about
stories.
music
Well,
core
maybe
in
we could have a
general.
whole series of music core stories. Like
Music core does deserve a
Christmas.
series.
There was Christmas music core, and there was the music core where we had totally different experiences.
Opposite. Mine was amazing. Yours was
It
horrible.
was terrible, but there's Busan Festival, Gangnam,
Santae.
the Gangnam Festival. There's a lot of things that happened, and probably actually
All
for sure
amazing.
more to come for sure.
Yeah.
So,
We need to wrap this up.
but yes,
But
we do.
anyway, we have lots of
Anyways.
stories. That was 17 concert. Glad you
Name,
guys
17.
glad you guys enjoyed our last ones and see you later.
Bye.